After the most amazing finish to a World Championship, John Costello has become the 2013 World Field Target Federation World Champion, and in some style. 3 solid days of shooting under immense pressure. And the fact that his biggest rival was his good friend and travel companion Simon Ayres hasn't fazed him.
In a way it kind of felt a little bit hollow just because it was the way that it finished. If he'd done it on his first lane, I suppose no one would have really cared that he'd shot his targets out of order, but you know, I did really feel genuinely gutted for him, and it's not just one of those things that I'm saying. It was, if it had been me and it had been reversed, I think he would have been exactly the same. So yeah, I was a bit disappointed for him, but then again, you can't not be happy that you're the world champion. So yeah, it was one of those strange moments of mixed emotion, I guess.
John proves to be a popular winner, as shooters from across the globe take the opportunity to congratulate him and, in traditional German fashion, buy him a beer.
It was pretty nice. Yeah, I forgot who bought me first beer. I think it was past the guy I shot around with. Did you
No,
guys?
it was me.
Sorry, Dan.
Can you believe this?
Alright, Dan got us the first beer. There was a lot of beers. I don't remember who bought what. Yeah, so yeah, cheers, Dan. Everyone was over the moon. I mean, what most people were saying was it's about time, you know. Everyone was a little bit, there was quite a few people who were upset that I didn't win it in 2009 when I lost out in the shoot-off. But yeah, everyone was happy for us, which is really, really nice, you know, because I suppose in some sports there's a lot of bitterness when you get beaten, but everyone just seemed, you know, kind of over the moon that I'd won, which is nice.
Oh, he's absolutely brilliant. John Costello, he's the youngest to have ever won it, I believe. He's top young man. He'd be a great ambassador for the sport. I'm really pleased he won it. I'd be pleased for anybody, but he's a really good kid, that boy, and he'll go on. I hope he sticks with it, but he was world champion. He is world champion. What a memory for a young man to have. Fantastic.
He's what you might call one of them decent sort of blokes. Have a chat with him any time. He's not stuck up. He is actually, he's a good person to have within our sport. He doesn't show off, he doesn't do anything. He just sits down and he shoots, he hits targets, he gets up and he chats with anyone. Again, I think I'll go back to the first statement, a very nice young man.
So who was the first person you told that you'd won?
Lauren, I think. I sent her a message, and then it was my dad, mum, brother. Everyone got a group message that might have had a couple of expletives in it about us being the world champion. So yeah, it was they were the first people I got in touch with, and then ended up within 15 minutes having like 80 messages from everyone saying well done. And you think, well, I'm not replying. I'm in Germany. That'll cost us a fortune. But yeah, it was nice to see that so many people got in touch within such a short space of time to say well done.
Superb. I shot with John in America when he was a lot younger, and he had his mum over there as a chaperone. Super nice guy, and you could tell even in those days that he was going to do something special. I'm really pleased for him. I think this is his first World Championships that he's won. I predict that it won't be the last. I think he's going to go on and do more.
Fantastic lad. He stayed at my house. He's met my children and family. He doesn't have any pretensions. He really is a down-to-earth lad for 21. Really, really do enjoy his company. Delighted that he went to Germany and won. And I hope he wins again. Great lad.
Oh, it's lovely to see him. He's from our region, so we saw him from a youth starting, and he's progressed up, and it had to come, and here it is now, and I think he'll go on and win a lot more.
And John is punching well above his weight with his missus. She is stunning.
And then
I mean, he's
been away
ugly
from home for 5 days, so pretty much anybody's looking stunning.
And just for Lauren it is, isn't it? Lauren, you want to see the photos he's been showing us. Fair play, lovely girl. Very nice.
Out of a six-pack.
Well, that was a six-pack? Oh, yeah, nice six-pack. I've never seen big six-pack like that before. John, sorry, mate. But she is nice.
I'm doing my best not to drag this conversation any lower.
Ah.
My name is Friedrich Ebern. I'm the president of the BDS, the Bund Deutscher Sportschützen, since 1996. I'm also an active shooter, mainly IPSC shooter, but also big bore rifle and handgun. And we came along across field target in 1999. I'm a head of a relatively fairly big organization with about 50,000 members, and we integrated field target into our association in 2000, and are now happy that we have a second World Championship here.
The sport will, I believe, in my eyes, get more and more professional. We believe we're as professional as we can ever be. We try everything, we have a super set of rules, and we do the best we can. I believe, and people talk about it being a world sport, we cannot make it an Olympic sport until every country in the world has the same set of rules. And I would say that within the next 10 years, the world clubs, of which there's quite a few, will gradually get their rules together, make one set of rules, and at that moment I would love to see it as an Olympic sport.
Well, it's not going to be an Olympic sport. I was in Atlanta when the Olympic Games was there, and they talked about having it as a demonstration sport, but the IOC at that time believed they didn't need more shooting sports, they wanted less. So I don't think it's going to be an Olympic sport. But there's no reason why more countries around the globe shouldn't have field target events. And now we've just come back from the World Championships in Germany. It is a global event now. And air rifles are in every corner of the globe. So it's just a question of those competitions and the structure of those competitions sort of having a uniform set of rules, and we can have matches anywhere. And everyone's looking forward to that. More countries and more people shooting abroad.
I'm totally happy. I'm really impressed how big it was with 26 nations, 27 nations, and around 300 competitors. We had even more entries, but as you know, a World Championship can handle only so much. We could have 480 entries, but 300 is the maximum.
Field target is becoming extremely popular in Europe and around the world. There are some differences and some interpretation of rules. Some of those rules do not lend themselves to the UK, particularly the 12 foot-pound rule. I think unless everybody around the world aligns to a 12 foot-pound 16 joule limit, then that will always cause conflict. Also, the layout of courses, there needs to be some consistency between regions of the country and across Europe and the world to make sure that what people are practicing, which they call field target, when they move elsewhere to compete, it is field target. Germany, for example, was a great contest, but the angles, for example, that were present was something that I don't think we experience in this country. There shouldn't be anything wrong with that, but I think that we need a uniform set of rules that we can all adhere to. When we do that, and I think we will do that, I think the sport will improve. I think the next big step field target is the spread of field target into Europe, and we've got countries, Portugal, Spain, Italy, and soon France, I hope, which will mean that a true European flavour to competitions is not far away.
I think it will become more global. I think more countries will get the bug. Because air guns are so convenient, you can have a really good day's sport on such a comparatively small piece of ground. I can only see that as good for spreading the word. I don't know if I want it to be any more formalised than it is, because the dynamic changes. I hope the friendship stays where it is now. I hope the social side of the sport is as important now as it was then for us. I hope they'll never lose the fellowship and never stop helping one another and thinking about the sport. So it'll go where it will go. I'm sure it's got a finite spread, same as most things have. But it's certainly, to my mind, it's going to go wider. It's going to go wider as far as global expansion goes.
Yes, my message is it's a great sport. It's instead of all of the technical things, it's still the shooter to do it, and it's very challenging, a lot of fun, and it's not that expensive, and it doesn't make any noise, so you don't need hearing protection.
After only a few short hours, the field target world gathers for the pinnacle of their year. With a fantastic score of 48 on the final day, Sergei Zabenko managed to come out of nowhere to finish joint second with Simon Ayres, only to lose in the shoot-off. Simon Ayres takes the runner-up trophy for the second time in his career, after coming so close this year.
And the world champ, John Costello from England.
It didn't feel real. You stood there in front of like 300-400 people who were all cheering and clapping for you, and you just like, it's a bizarre feeling. It's really hard to describe. I mean, I've won competitions before, but never to an audience of that sort of size. So yeah, when you've got that many people sort of, I mean, it sounds stupid, but people asking for your autograph and stuff, and you're like, what? No, I'm just John, you know what I mean? So yeah.
It's been a really tough tournament. I've had to be honest, I've had to shoot my balls off. I've had a really tough time. But it's been a practice. It's been years in the making, to be honest. I'm really happy that it's happened now, because in front of all these people, like 300-400 people, it's just fantastic to see it come off. I'm ecstatic. Like the feeling is almost indescribable. It's euphoric, you know. It's been a fantastic journey out here, and I've really enjoyed it. You can't describe it. It's something that money couldn't buy. Just to gain respect from that many people is like properly priceless. Like really is. I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna see Lauren.
What are you gonna say to her?
I love world champion, me.
The night was great though. Had quite a few beers, some schnapps, and we had a couple of kegs back at the hotel, which was interesting.
Another kick.
The 2013 World Field Target Federation World Championships in Ebern, Germany have been a roaring success. And amongst the largest and most competitive field ever assembled, England's young superstar John Costello has risen to the challenge. Next year's tournament is to be held in New Zealand and should prove to be a very interesting contest.
Next, touch wood, we'll be going up to New Zealand. I need to take the trophy back, so it'll be good to go out there and win it again.
There's not too many of us in New Zealand, but I believe it is one of the fastest growing shooting sports. As people get to compete in it, they get hooked and they don't seem to leave. But the whole shooting fraternity in New Zealand's like one big family. We all know each other, we bitch and moan like families do, but in the end we are all supportive of each other and just out there having fun. And the fact that we travel from one end of the North Island to the other, you know, for competitions, which is about an 8-hour drive, shows you how passionate we are about competing, because we get out there and we do it.
Not happy with conquering the world in his own field, John has high hopes for his future.
And I'm looking at doing more Olympic stuff as well, so I'm going to go and start doing, well, I've already started doing 10 metre air rifle and pistol, so looking again on a couple of teams with that and progress my way to the Olympics. That's the next big goal, I suppose.